Okay, fine. I'm going to try gouache. Jeez. Hey there, fancy fine folks. Welcome to another edition of Trying New Art Supplies. Yeah, it's not exactly a thing. So, today I have finally decided to give try to gouache. And it's been a while. I've wanted to try them for a long time, but in my local art supply shops, it's not that they didn't have any, but I wanted to do what I'm doing with colored pencils when I go and just pick up a bunch of colors that I like and just try that first. But in my local stores, I don't remember, they either didn't have any or it was way too expensive, and online it seemed like I can only get sets and I don't like sets. But ultimately I bought a set, thinking of how can I say set again, and it makes sense because that's as good a way as any. So I was sort of in between buying a set by Arteza, or however you say that, and Winsor & Newton, and I decided to go for Winsor & Newton because they are supposed to be the best quality or one of the best qualities, and I'm not sure you need to have the best quality when you're just trying something, but I decided to do that this time. The Arteza set had a lot more colors, which is nice, but that also means a lot more colors I'll probably never use because they're just colors that I just don't care for, or in my current phase I don't care for. And this set is, you're seeing it mirrored, so this set, it only has 10 colors, and I'm not exactly crazy about them, but so it comes with this little brochure that explains stuff about color. I'm probably gonna look at it, but I'm kind of confident, or maybe overconfident when it comes to colors. I fancy myself pretty good with colors. The colors that I see here are pretty basic. I normally gravitate towards secondary, sometimes tertiary colors. I'm not so hype about the primary colors, although they're great. They give us all the other colors. It's just that they feel kind of too basic for me. I'm also not the hugest fan of black. I think it can be great, but I just don't feel like I can make black work for me at this stage. Kind of the same goes for white, but white is a little more, I don't know, I can be okay with white. From what I've heard, white is very useful in gouache because it can help you make the color lighter if you want. We might want, who knows what we want. So yeah, here I think I like the yellows based on what I'm seeing on the packaging. I don't know if it's going to be the same once I paint with it. I'm liking the yellow. The red is okay. I hope there is actual difference between these two reds because they seem the same to me, but my light is not great. I've waited for today, for this perfect light today, and it's pretty bright outside, in fact, but not much makes it to my living room. Probably lighter in the morning, but I kind of missed that sweet spot, so we'll have to deal with what we have. I hope it won't be too awful. I think I still rather make some mediocre videos in the winter because it keeps me in the swing of making videos, which I want to be doing. I mean, I'm not implying that the summer videos are better. They're just all mediocre. I'm just speaking about the light, so lots of useless nonsense that I just have to cut out later. Why am I doing this to myself? So I don't really want to talk too much about it. I don't want to have too much thoughts going into that. I'm just gonna wing it. So let's do some painting, shall we? did a little bit of painting, and I must say that the gouache felt a lot more like watercolor than I expected. That's not a good or a bad thing, it's just a thing. They are more opaque, which is, yeah, what they are supposed to be. What else? I did like the colors. I think that I might get colors that I like even more if I do some mixing. They do dry really quick compared to watercolors, maybe because you don't use quite as much water with these, because they're not supposed to like leak and mix, and I actually have no idea. Maybe they are supposed to, maybe you can do that. I can try. I think you're not supposed to, but really I have no idea what you're supposed to do with gouache or anything. I think also I'm not sure what I was trying to paint was really good idea for this medium. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about my result. I think it's okay. Maybe I'll try to draw over it a little bit with some pencils. I don't know. The thing is, the way I have to make my setup in order to record what I'm painting makes painting really uncomfortable, which is why I never do videos like that. I struggle with the light. I struggle with the setup of the lamps and the camera slash phone that I'm using, and which just makes it difficult to sit and paint. So I basically just rush through it because I want it to be over, because I'm not enjoying myself, and I don't think that's how you should be when you're painting. So I think that I'm going to go back and do some painting off camera with the idea of actually enjoying and getting more into it and actually realizing what I'm doing, because right now I'm just thinking, can the camera see this? Does it look good? Are the covers okay? Is it light enough? Whatever. I'm not thinking about what I'm actually doing. So I'm going to do some painting off camera, and if I come up with something else that I want to share, I'm going to share that. For the time being, I really don't know what to say, because I don't feel like I've actually got any idea for the medium. I don't feel like I actually really felt what I'm doing. I also want to try and paint some more different things. I started with this landscape, and I want to try and paint some other things, see how that feels. I'm using my Moleskine watercolor sketchbook that I've had for years and I still can't finish because I really don't like the paper, which is kind of ironic, I guess, because I bought it because I heard people saying how great the paper was, and yeah, not for me. But actually I like how it works with gouache more than with watercolor. I don't like how the water behaved on the paper. It's just not how I think it should. But since with gouache you don't use so much water, then it's fine. So maybe I'll finally finish the sketchbook using gouache, we'll see. I feel like this is going to be a very meh kind of weird video, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to go back to painting and see what that brings. So it has now been a couple of weeks since I recorded the first part of this video, maybe a week or two. And I've tried gouache a little more, though still not enough, I think. And I still don't really know how I feel about it. I really like spreading it on the page. It's like soft like butter. Enjoy this experience, but I'm still not sure how I feel about the way it looks or what I've done with it. So this is a bit of an unsatisfying end to this video because, yeah, I just don't really have anything to say. I don't know how I feel about it. I just have to keep trying it. And I think part of the reason why I feel a little bit frustrated about it is the same problem I have with watercolor. Since I have very little table space, I cannot keep my paints out all the time. I have to do a little bit of setup before and after and clean up, and that's kind of annoying me, so it makes the experience of painting a bit less fun. Another thing is the fact that it's so dark these days because it's winter and days are extremely short here where I live, and even in the middle of the day it's still pretty dark because of how cloudy it is. So I feel like I might have a better experience with it in the summer, at least that's how it is with watercolor for me. And in the end, I think when it comes to traditional media, I'm still the most fond of colored pencils, markers and pens. And that's all I can say for now. But I will come back to you once I get a bit more experience with gouache. Maybe I'll do a month or something where I paint something with gouache every day just to get a better feeling of it. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, gouache is okay, I guess. Anyway, let me know if you have tried it and how you felt about it. And that's it. Hope to see you next time. And until then, have fun.